so that people started playing Royal Decree, and the game plan adjusted to Royal Decree Madame round 1, and then I was close. Well, yeah, you managed to guess one of the 4 decks. Okay. Everyone, be ready. The match is starting. Myamon on blue coin against Pajabol on red. And this is the Self-Wound versus P-Strike. But yeah, predictions are... Oh, Andy! You can bet. You wanted to bet and you can do it now. Okay. Myamon starts with the portal. Portal bringing the fish flapper. Okay, load up your channel points. People are hesitant. What is it? Below 1000 with multiple... Okay, now we have 10k. I just realized though, I done goofed. I didn't record this. Shit. Okay, I'll start recording now so that we have the semi-final and the final. But I kind of forgot to record the first match, so that's will be harder to set up in a rerun. Both of them will win. Amazing. Myamon is very happy about having his Bronze Engine combo working already. Neophyte, I guess, is the only option here. War Dancer, oh, BME is not doing much. We see all the Frost committed to the front row because that Neophyte will be dead and there is no roll lock on any of the Pajabol cards, so he will just continue playing front if the Frost was split. We see Protector. There is, well, there is some ladder of units you can construct with the Protector, a Priest. But other than that, not much for that Priest to do it. Oh, for that Protector to do at the moment. Yeah, didn't find damage to finish off that Smallblood Priest, so has to go again. We see the damage and I guess one leader charge if necessary. There is once again no offering. So a big game, big series ahead of us. It's just started. Prediction is still available in chat, so participate. And look at them priests working off of one another and off a fish flapper with the armor. So engines, go brr, and Paya kinda needs to play Zoltan if he wants to contest. By needs I mean, well, he can continue playing bad cards, like bronze cards and whatnot. You are not hard pressed into this. But yeah, Zoltan is what we are seeing. Yes, hitting both priests, leader charge, and even a second leader charge. Okay, I thought maybe he will waste the skirmisher order on that, but no, we see that Paya is okay with committing his leader charges like this. and getting full value from the order on a bronze. Okay, that's aggressive, but you cannot allow self-wound to feel itself very welcomed in a round. And yeah, now the question is how Myamon even getting out of here. He cannot go too tall. Heatwave meets the target. He cannot really bring anything out of the deck. He doesn't have tutors for graveyard. Signifa's right is not amazing, so you can play Totem, you can play Sigvald Mardrum, but or Draka Turtle Mardrum, but as I mentioned, Heatwave is there. And we actually see a pass. Yes, Myamon decided not to waste anything and try to protect the bleed, keeping a card. Kind of brave. But yeah, self-wound is feeling pretty great in long rounds with Swole Blood. Although there will be armor on the board, and that might be problematic. Okay, so we see that Draka Turtle is the first card. I guess Myamon will try to tempo ahead on the next turn. Yeah. So character holder means that he is not actually getting ahead here, not even trying. Pious leader thinning is, well, not really a big risk, considering you can do something with the oak and thin the leader immediately. But yeah, if he wants to, he can thin it immediately, but that would require you to play oak in this round as well. So let's see how it goes. Units are getting lined up slowly, so that Commander's Horn. You basically have your Leader Swarm, some machines, Zoltan, and then the card synergizing with row stacking, Oak, and Commander's Horn. So let's see. For now, yeah, no reason to split the rows. There is no rope, and there is no row punish in Myamon's list. So everything is getting nicely armored. Everything is working towards Oak. Play it as a control tool. And honestly, you... yeah. You'll need Seamless for the next round, but then that means that, well, Cranmer can be played on the bronzes, especially with the machine, the chariot, providing even more armor. I guess bringing down the tallest unit might be beneficial for Knut control occasionally, but that's rather far-fetched. And haven't you ever seen Tempest played for Rain? I don't know, maybe. Okay, so Heatwave down, no card roll there. a lot of armor on Paya's units at the moment, so Swolblood is not happy about that. Simardrum, and if you ever start bleeding on your Sigvald, there is no reason to not smack it with the totem unless you want to smack Draka Turtle, but we see that the Sigvald is getting hit immediately. So Myamon is tempoing ahead. Of course, he cannot hero pass. And not with opponent having a leader and 3 more cards, or 4 more cards in that situation, plus Mahakam pass click. So they go deeper. If Paya all-ins, I think Myamon always catches up with leader charges with Draka Turtle. And well, he has Knut on 20 point Sigvaldo here. Are you trading backup plan into this round as well? Can you establish a suite? Okay, no. No, says Pajabol. He'll need 3 units. So he will be efficient for something to kill with his leader. Find Seamless. So Seamless is much friendlier to non-elves than to elves. Why is there a... Okay, the squirrel... I guess Myamon plays around that with instant Sidgrifa. Why is there a Peller and a squirrel? And yeah, we do see instant Sidgrifa opting for Draka Turtle over the Sigvald. The Knut is not living for long, and there is no way to bring that back out. And without Knut, Sigvald is just a friendly, brutal Skelliger. Mouse. It's not mine. But I can... Which were the bans? Yes. Yes, were the bans. 1 second, let me just think on that. Yeah, so it was an R on Myamon's side. I was trying to think, was it both syndicates banned on R, but it would have been kind of weird. So Squirrel into the Peller sequence is not looking too hot. So there was somewhere the clutch chariot, but at least Paya didn't break, so that's good. Played Maxi. So that might have helped with this. And now Myamon goes and slams his Wild Carl, and he's not doing anything with it because Paya cannot thin his leader out at this moment to get 5 units on the board for an oak kill. Instead, he decides to protect himself. He's not only attack, but sometimes he protect. And yeah. Now the Knut damage coming is not as impressive. I think Archer sequencing doesn't work like this, right? I think it flips in between. Because it's card resolving after another card. Ah, wait, it's Berserk too. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it was always Berserk, like, for a long time. Why did I flip it to be in Berserk 2? I wouldn't know. So, sorry. I'm sorry. New player, it's okay, yeah. I just watch cards and pretend that I know what is happening. And the big dude with a sword and an axe is getting hit here. And he's red now, and now the dude is getting eaten by the bears, but also he got attacked by an oak of sorts with a shield on its head. And now a big bear looking dude, I think it damaged everything on the board or something like to that line. We also see that the armored unit are kind of getting separated by oak and seamless here, so Dennis Cranmer is only hitting one of them. So, but it prevented Wildcar from getting flipped, so there is that. Look, I don't know much about this video game, as I said, but I don't think your backup plan should revolve around why are fanatics getting flipped exactly? This is the second semi-final, but yeah, I don't think what I was leading towards is that your backup plan should not revolve around a bronze playing for 20 points. And we see that self-wound is true. If it was about to struggle against Payabol's lineup, into the game too, that's fast. Transition, nobody wants to wait any longer. We see that Scoia'tael deck Paya is playing is quite flexible by the looks of it, and he takes it from blue now, and Myamon, as predicted, is taking his Nilfgaard. We see False City there. So the problem with False City is that she's one power when you play it, and Precision Strike doesn't care which side of the board it's hitting. So you kinda want to avoid allowing opponent to kill your False City with one leader charge. Quite cheap. So we see that Brokilon Sentinels and one of two seamless targets in five first cards. Pajabol, of course, if he thins the leader out, is finding his Zoltan. But Commander's Horn is also quite deep in the deck. But considering the amount of cards and amount of thinning the deck does, if your game decision is that you are thinning it quite early, I think there were considerations to keep it and guarantee yourself a Zoltan and Heatwave top decks. That's an early Vilgefortz. Yes, not many things Myamon can play, and he needs a unit on the board. I don't think Guillaume is a card you want to play this early, but that's basically the entirety of Myamon's deck. It goes Golden Necker, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, so quite often gonna happen that you are top decking into something you didn't want to top deck. So we see the squirrel getting rid of the Golden Necker immediately. I think in games against Catburger wasn't rushing the squirrel or Graveyard Hate, and that might have cost him a game. How does this Nilfgaard work? You throw Golden Necker, hit some sort of combo like False City into Sangreal, she flips immediately. Then you play Golden Necker again, but then sometimes Golden Necker is getting squirreled. You can shuffle your Buchholz back at times, like we've seen Myamon do that. But yeah, as I mentioned, it's better for False City not to be played at 1 power, and Myamon does exactly that, buffing her up. And now we see that False City is traveling the way she's supposed to be traveling. Not stolen by Nilfgaardian leader and allowing to switch sides once more, but properly behaving False City. Nothing to see here. This is in leader range. Paya is a bunch of points behind. And we see that leader range it is. So boom goes the precision strike, pew, 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 and thinning is happening. So there is the Zeal Giver potion, Petrus Filter on the board, order, give an allied unit a Zeal. There is a Master of Puppets, so Dwarven Chariot is ripe for taking, but you don't want to use that too early, because in that case you'd need to actually kill or control that or lock this Master of Puppets. So Milton goes next to the Palmerine, buffing it even more. So Myamon is not scared of spending his mid provision cards, but honestly in Gold Necker deck every card is mid provision. How does it look? What is there? There is a Defender sitting over Sangreal. Sangreal is of course extra beautiful when it's played on False City. Not the case anymore. False City is completely gone from the board, but not from our memory. We still remember. I'm still traumatized by yesterday's experience. Okay, sorry. So remember when I said that Fall City is done? Well, I lied. She's back. She's back. That's the caster making a prediction and getting burnt immediately by that prediction. She's back for more. Hello, Passy. A long time no see. So everything goes. Leader from Paya, Mahakam Pass, Tempering Click. He still has his finishers in hand. You can finish it in round 1, right? If you play a lot of points in round 1, it's considered as a match win for ya. So there is Oak, there is Seamless, and Cranmer. Pretty nice combo to have, and we also see that Myamon goes through with his Yoink, breaking the row for Oak, and with Oak playing not for full value. Well, it wasn't catching up anyway, right? 10, 18. So Paya either has to commit... well, it's still 2 cards. Even if you flip, you'll have to play something else. And 2 cards is breaking up the combo. So draws his Zoltan. We've seen that he tinned the leader, so Heatwave should be somewhere there. Heatwave is not bad against Myamon. You can Heatwave Fall City at worst and maybe remove more things. Wait, nah, he shuffled? I guess I misremembered. Commander's Horn was somewhere at the bottom of the deck. I guess that was the aim. So Paneler of course purifies, but if you want to keep your card, you need to be more aggressive. You can produce a couple of units with Dwarven Chariot, but knowing that Myamon's in a position of Master of Puppets. You maybe don't want tall bronzes or bronzes at all. So a proactive Oak is what we see being played for wholesome 10 points. Not even next to Mahakam Pass. Oh no, that's root metal, what the hell? What the hell? So that's an Aneromancy into the Heatwave in on Fall City, so no carryover allowed. Paya kinda lacks board for that commander horn at the moment, and without chariot it's hard to assemble. Without chariot or Zoltan it's hard to assemble. We see that he decides to keep Zoltan in deck, mulliganing it away and playing the Oniromancy. Heatwave instead. And Myamon opts for a pass, leaving Pajabol exactly with his seamless Cranmer combo, but a severe lack of golds. So yeah, Zoltan is the only gold left in the deck if I'm not mistaken, and well, hopefully. Yeah, and there is the man himself. Zoltan also provides Eudora, so that's an entire row solved for ya. I was a little bit distracted here, so I didn't see if this card happened or not. I guess that's a thing to consider against Master of Puppets. Nothing to do with Defender now. And also a beautiful proactive play of Zoltan, not hitting anything. Also nothing to do with the False City. False City cannot be damaged by the Skirmisher. Myamon can also place the False City between Zoltan and Eudora, or later between the potential targets anyway. There is a Buchurt in the graveyard. So yeah, nothing you can do with the potential incoming Master of Puppets, but yeah, we see that Pajabol is just going through the route of buffing his golden cards that Master of Puppets cannot interact with. So Vizier is here played for the lock instead. And yeah, there is a little reason to discard the Skirmishers unless you expect Myamon to go all in. He can buff it without asking Pajabol. So False City lands, and I would expect that this is on Buchurt, and beautifully placed between the whole melee shebang here. Ah no, wait, no Buchurt. So if he plays it, it goes to fire. Actually, discarding, okay. So Sangreal is of course flipping False City later, but if you play her, she becomes 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you would get a chance to Buchurt her or to Sangreal her later. So whoop! And False City travels back to Nilfgaard once again. Beautiful. So now Paya should more or less know that the Skirmisher is safe. Nothing to buff it with. Not much to buff it with. Buchurts are gone. Basically nothing to buff it with, let's be honest. He has Commander's Horn. playing for quite some points. Watch deeply into Archer now. But yeah, some points is not something that wins you the match in this series. Myamon rolls the tempering, but it doesn't matter. The Berserker had enough armor as is. And not even playing Master of Puppets finisher. He wins the game and is one step away from quality.
What will he bring?
It's Squirtle for
He
the
just
third
wants you
time.
to see Squirtle,
Thank
you know?
you, Paya. I appreciate it. I think this is the most time
Ever.
Squirtle has spent on the big screen, and I'm here for it. You know what?
Me
Let's
too.
keep it going.
Me too.
Probably. Well, if Paya doesn't win with it now, that's not how we keep it going. So, well, I don't know what I want right now, honestly.
Well, Myamon fishing and fishing, no bricks, and does have access to that Madame Serenity, but Pajabol living somewhere near Brick City, as you would expect with Precision Strike here. I've seen worse hands, but Lord, I've seen better.
I have definitely seen better. This is not looking great. Maxi, a good way how to have a look into the future and see if those bricks will get any better.
Okay, so we are back. And into the game number 3 we go. Syndicate 3 shots of the book. Of the book's deck against Payabol's lineup. Why metal? Is there something that I need to be aware of? Do you mean to restart the official broadcast or something? What is that question about? I hope we are having our final and earlier than in 5 hours, because otherwise I think the Twitch gonna kick me for streaming for 48 hours. Okay, I'll refresh. It might be of importance during the interview as well. So, okay, I'll bring the camera back as well. Let's go into the game number 3. Myamon is one step away of from making history for himself. Paya has to reverse sweep this of the book Syndicate. Has some control in this deck in particular. So can try to deal with Defender, Exora Ship, under attack then as well. So Paya is rolling his Maxi, Oak is somewhere at the bottom. So we see that Paya is not taking notes on a piece of paper like some players tended to do when we rewatched games from 2017. We see a roll that disables the Chariot by killing it completely off the board. Who you have in this match, guys? Who is in a better position? Of course, we see that Myamon drew a bunch of his golds, so a hand is pretty sweet, maybe even too sweet for round 1. We also see that Paya has a brick, but has point slam in double scholar. +8/+8 is sweet, since you don't have any conditions on the cards as well. And and we see that Myamon is not playing any games other than okay. Never mind. But he gets out of the round. I guess you either go to 0 coins or to 9 coins to thin the flying Redanian. And it's one ship coming from another ship. Yeah. Thinning. Not for free though. Thinning with 9 coins in bank is thinning for free. Thinning like this from spending 12 coins is rather unfortunate. There is of course KOB, so that play was very risky. It might have... We see Royal Decree in Myamon's hand as well, so... like, Madame could have been played. He opted for other lines. And that other line, I don't know, led to a double ship. Of course, Paya cannot catch up quite easily, has to spend something, has to catch up by making a few points here. See that leader charge with the horn is exactly enough. So now after playing Maxi, which I didn't register in my mind, so let's see what he draws. So Neuromancy is of course guaranteed, so that's 2 bricks in hand. Sends Broccoli back into the deck, finds Dennis, and you have to mulligan. The workshop finds Heatwave. So those of you taking notes and having photographic memory probably know if the shuffle happened or not. But yeah, the breaks have been successfully avoided even without thinning leader. Myamon has Passiflora Peaches in his hand, and I wanted to see if he's playing with 2 of those or 1, but the game refuses to show me the last important card, and it's lucky that I have a click available. So yeah, there are 2 Peaches and none of them were played. But why the hell would game deny me that one exact card? I wouldn't know. But we've seen that there are 2 of them in deck. It wasn't Heatwave and it's not in the graveyard, so I guess Madame is feeling a-okay at the moment. So Paya has control in his leader, has Skirmisher, so that combines and deals with something, and Oniromancy of course represents an Oak or Zoltan. And you have card removal in the Heatwave. Of course, Myamon plays Defender, but the issue is that if you are just playing Defender, Paya might just run away from the round if he deems that a success. And now we see Myamon just offering Ixora to the mercy of some sort of Skirmisher leader combination or just straight up Heatwave. It never should stick. Or even if it does, I'm not sure how much damage is she doing, because first you'd need a spender on the board. A Heatwave on location is quite often the move. I'm not sure, we've seen quite few bad pulls from Novigrad, but its value. So yeah, we see that Paya is not even rushing to thin his leader out. The passive coin value is impressive as well, especially spreading throughout 2 rounds. It can be the mood. We also see that he decided not to heat wave Ixora. Neither he decided to deal with her at all, to be fair. And so we see that the spender has been found, and with the Oxenford Guard spending, we actually have some Exora value, and she's buffed to 9 now. So, not sure how sad Paya is about losing that, but now you can only deal with Exora by heatwaving her. And that actually is happening, so not sure how according to plan that was, but yeah, the Ixora heatwave is the meeting point, not Ixora into skirmisher and leader. I guess you could have done something with playing Zoltan as well. So, to be fair, there were lines. He wanted to heatwave Candle before, I guess, to kill Defender. Well, yeah, he like, it's not... It wasn't that much of a threat in that board state situation with Exora, and like, you have a couple of units at 3 power blocking her. So I'm not telling that, oh, the heat wave on Exora was the play, or you had to thin the leader. I'm just speaking generally, like with Exora being buffed to 9 now, she becomes more and more of a menace if you don't thin your leader. Is when what the fuck is happening? Well, Myamon decided to take that line of keeping Madame till round 3. Mood starting in round 1, so a bit untraditional with everyone speaking how good she is as round 1 card. Okay, so Pajabol is not keeping anything, and we see that Myamon finally goes for his Madame. Now there is no leader to deal with engines, and we see that the ship was thinned earlier, and it comes back. Beautiful. Sadly, Flying Redanian is not taking Acherontia for a ride. And there are units filling the front row, so the Great Oak is not that great. There is a Zoltan though, if you still want to go all in. But we see that Myamon is just spending and spending and spending even more. If he poisons, he opens up the front row, and that's probably not something you want to do in this situation. So, yeah, the last leader charge actually taking him ahead. Worked out quite nicely for Myamon here. So this is 10 points. Zoltan Warrior is playing for a bunch. So Paya is making the calculations, and the calculations say that Zoltan should be how many coins? Azar was on... Wait. Didn't that supposed to trigger already? Guess one vendor was played. Fair enough. So we are going with the Zoltan. You have 2 targets to hit. You have Eudora. Wham bam. So Myamon of course got coins. So starting with engine, getting a small cashback, having a spender on the board. Wait. Is he getting there just with Azar Shavet? How much of a cashback he getting? But yeah, he's getting there, right? So yeah, that's why the spent and not developing the engine. Yeah, he... Especially with a better spender than the KOB or Urchin. So... Myamon gets a card. Pajabol spends everything but Great Oak. Chariot helps with extra units on board, and of course Myamon also spent most of his stuff. Literally no golds. So is Great Oak great enough to win it for Paya here? His proactivity is Dwarven Chariot. Okay, so he's just taking the last mulligan, and yeah, the Chariot is great. Candle isn't interactive, of course, so you need something like that, otherwise you're playing Oak. We see the Tribute, searching for... Not even sure what... Kind of gonna depend on the spender here, right? What Eventide Plunder is pulling. So the coins are also nice for Line Reunion. Oh guys, who got it? Whoop, moving an extra point, coming for the Oak. Oak is of course nice card to have in terms of its flexibility. Is Poison winning it? No, okay, we don't see the Poison. And I guess Oak is... No, it wasn't capable of killing it. But this Oak is 15. Myamon gonna self-poison. And yeah, he gonna self-poison, get the coins, and here we have GG Myamon.